Hey, what's going on, everybody? OctiMD here, and today I'm going to be, for the first time ever, I'm going to be talking about my 2024 March Madness picks for the NCAA. Now, you know, quite frank, I don't know anything about basketball. I'm a Maryland University student. We didn't make it this year, so I don't know anything about really anyone. So I decided this year, and I think what I'm going to do in the following years is do a bracket completely based on Pokemon. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so this, for starters, just to lay out a little format. So what I wanted to do was do a bracket completely based on Pokemon, and basically what I did is that I took every mascot for every team and I correlated it with like a Pokemon that I thought resembled the team the best. One of the things I made sure not to do was use legendaries. For example, UAB, they're dragons, so I could have easily picked a Rayquaza and it would have just stomped the whole bracket, so it wouldn't be as fun to do. So yeah, I did all the teams, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so without further ado, alright, so I actually did the first 4 teams. So let's start with the 16 seeds. Alright, number 16, Morgan State. They're tigers, no, they're like dogs, so I picked out Caddy. And Grambling University, they're the tigers, so I picked Meowstick. I think Meowstick just wins this. Next is the Howard Bison versus it's like Wagner Raiders or like Cowboys. Between this, I picked Howard Milk Tank and Wagner Manabuzz. I think Milk Tank wins this. Rollout just kind of destroys it. Alright, now 10 seed. Virginia Cavaliers versus the Colorado State Rams. So for Virginia, I picked Aegislash, and Colorado State, I picked the Rams. Aegislash, I think, just wins. Sacred Sword just wipes it out. And then for the next 10, I chose Boise State and Colorado. Colorado being the Buffaloes, and Boise State being, I think they're also like Cowboys or something. No, they're horses, I think. So I picked Rapidash, and I think Buffalin just completely destroys this. Better stats, crazy attack. So yeah. Alright, let's get into the actual tournament. Yukon Huskies, I picked Luxray, and Stinson Hatters, they're like a cowboy. So I thought the closest one that resembled it was Cacturn, because they're like both green. I think Luxray wins this. Next, we have the Florida Atlantic Owls. I picked for an owl, I picked Decidueye. And then for Northwestern Wildcats, there's a lot of Wildcats. I picked Mascot. Mascot, I think, beats Decidueye. Got that dark type advantage. So yeah. Alright, now San Diego State versus the UAB Dragons. San Diego State, I picked Holucha. And UAB Dragons, I picked Flygon. I think Holucha takes this, even though Flygon has better base stats. I can't do anything with that Earthquake Stab since Holucha's got the flying type, so yeah, I picked Holucha. Alright, Auburn Tigers, Incineroar, and Yale Bulldogs, Grand Bull. I think Auburn wins this with Incineroar. Has the Fire Dark, so it's just normal effectiveness with the Fairy typing that Grand Bull has, and yeah, Incineroar has better stats. Next, I have the BYU Cougars, who also have Persian, and then I have Decane, which are the Decane Dukes, and there's really no like royal Pokemon, I guess you could say, so I just picked one that's based off it, which is Empoleon, and I believe Empoleon wins that against Persian. Better stats, better moveset, etc. Alright, the Illinois Kingfishers. So what I thought, like, resembled a kingfisher the best was Honchkrow. And Moorhead State Eagles. Obviously, got to pick the Eagle Pokemon Braviary. But I don't think Braviary beats Honchkrow, even though it has that better. I think it has better speed than Honchkrow, but Honchkrow is just bulkier, and I think it'll just be able to cut it down easier. All right, Washington State Cougars with, I believe I chose Pyroar, right? Fire Normal, and then Drake Bulldogs. I picked Mabostiff, which is Dark typing. I think it's just bulkier than Pyroar. Pyroar isn't really that good. So yeah. Next is Iowa State Cardinals, and for that I chose Swellow, I think it's Swellow, and South Dakota State, which is Rabbits, which is going to be a powerhouse here, is Cinderace. Obviously I picked Cinderace, better, huge, great Pokemon. So yeah, alright, next we have North Carolina Rams. For that I chose Gogoat, and then the Howard Bison, obviously, now we're here. With Milk Tank, I think Gogoat just completely destroys Milk Tank. Next, we have the Mississippi State Bully, I believe, which is, I put for that Smeargle. Oh, right, because it's Bulldog. Dog, whatever. Michigan State, I picked, it's a Spartan, so I picked Armoredge. It's got the armor, humanoid. I just picked Armoredge. So yeah. Next, St. Mary's, the Gales. I think it's like an Irish figure, like kind of like Greek figures or whatever. Anyways, so I thought like Clover, so I just picked Simsage. And then Grand Canyon is the Grand Canyon Antelopes, and you know I could have used a legendary here, but no legendary, so instead I just used Sawsbuck, and I believe Simsage just takes on Sawsbuck easy. Only because Sawsbuck has the access to Focus Blast, and Sawsbuck has that normal grass typing. Alright, next we have Alabama Elephants, which I chose Donphan with, and then Charleston Cougars, and I believe for them I chose Purugly, as I like to say. I think Donphan's Stab Earthquake just destroys it. Even though it has the Fake Out, Purugly has the Fake Out, pretty good speed, doesn't really have anything to get through that tankiness. Anyways, Clemson Tigers, which I chose to be Arcanine, and then New Mexico Wolves, which is Mighty Anna, Arcanine. So extreme speed, Flare Blitz, got access to all those moves. Both have Intimidate, they cancel out each other. Alright, the Baylor Bears, Russaring, versus Colgate Raiders, which is Delmise. The Raiders, kind of like pirates, and the only pirate thing that I thought was like the ship wheel that Delmise is. So yeah, I think Delmise wins this. Normal stab, Ghost is immune to that, so I think that's an easy bulk out. Next we have the Dayton Flyers. Not really any like airplane pilot Pokemon, so I just chose like one that kind of looked like the plane most to me, which is Togekiss. And then the Nevada Wolves, I chose Zoroark. Togekiss got that fairy typing, absolutely demolished the Zoroark. Alright, Arizona Wildcats, I chose Berserker, Steel type, and the Long Beach Sharks, and that would be Sharpedo. Berserker just destroys that. No Mega Evolutions, so Sharpedo is kind of useless. Alright, next we have the Houston Shasta Cats versus the Longwood Horses, which I chose Mudsdale versus I believe I chose Zangoose. Yeah, Mudsdale just destroys that. Defense is too much for Zangoose. Alright, next we have the Cornhuskers, Nebraska, and Texas A&M, which are dogs, and that is a Cornhusker is kind of like a cowboy, and I thought like a ranger cowboy, so I just did like Inteleon. He's got like the water gun thing, and then Texas A&M, Stoutland, Inteleon got that crazy special attack, gets rid of that. Next we have the Wisconsin Badgers. I chose Lanoon versus James Madison, which are also like dogs, bulldogs, and I picked Furfrou. and I think oh no, Wisconsin. I chose Obstagoon. No, it's Linoon. Sorry, yeah, it's Linoon. Yep. Okay. Next we have the Blue Devils Duke, which I chose Gengar because it kind of looks like a devil, and then we have Espeon, which is like a cat for my Bobcats, whatever. Gengar obviously just destroys there. The Texas Raiders. Again, I couldn't really find anything for like a red Raider, so I just picked like a red Pokemon and picked Torkoal. NC State Wolves, Houndoom. It's got that Flash Fire. Dark, and got the dark moveset, so they'll just destroy the Torkoal based on moveset. Alright, Kentucky, they're like Scratch or whatever, cats. So I picked Obstagoon, and then versus the Bears, against Bearticks, got I think Obstagoon just takes that easy. Alligator for the Florida Gators, and Buffalont for the Colorado Buffalo. I think Alligator takes the cake on this. Marquette Eagles versus Western Kentucky. What is Western Kentucky again? Magmortar, right? They're like big red. I think Magmortar just takes the cake with this. Pidgeot's good Mega, but no Megas, so Western Kentucky wins that. Oh, we have Boilermakers. I didn't really know what to put for this. I think I just wanted to choose a steel type at least, so I just picked Mawile. And Grambling Tigers, which is Meowstic. I think Mawile wins that. Agron Bulls, Utah State, and then the Horned Frogs TCU with Toxicroak. I think Agron Earthquake wins that. Gonzaga, another Bulldog. I just picked Bolton. And then for McNeese, which is like Rowdy Dog or something. No, it's like a Rowdy Cowboy or something. I picked Ludicolo because he's got like the hat or whatever. Alright, next we have... Oh, and sorry, I meant Bolton wins that. Sorry. And then we have the Jayhawks, Kansas, with Cremont, which is like the water bird thing. And then we have the Sanford Bulldogs, once again. I picked him for Manectric. Just killed him out. Electric and water. South Carolina Spurs, like the chicken, I picked Blaziken. And then Oregon Ducks, Farfetch'd Blaziken, I think wins that. And then we have the Creighton Blue Jays, which is Corviknight, versus Akron Kangaroos, Kangaskhan. I think the Corviknight just wins that, just by movesets alone. Texas Longhorns, you got Toros versus the Virginia Aegislash. Aegislash Sacred Sword easily wins that combo. Tennessee Dogs, I just had to pick Dash Bun. I was running out of dog Pokemon. And then St. Peter's Peacock, we have Quavel. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I played this game. I just didn't pick him. So yeah, I think Quavel wins. Alright, here we go. Now on to the second round. Alright, we have the Yukon Huskies with Luxray versus Northwestern with Meowscarda. I think Meowscarda wins this just by base stat moveset alone. Next, we have San Diego State with Hawlucha and Auburn with Incineroar. I think Hawlucha wins this. Next, we have Duquesne with Empoleon and Illinois with Honchkrow. I think Empoleon just Ice Beams it, wins that. Empoleon just wins that with Ice Beam, sorry. And then we have Drake with the Malstiff and South Dakota with the Cinderace. High Jump Kick, easily just takes that out. South Dakota State moves on. Okay, now we have North Carolina with Go-Goat versus Michigan State with Amaretch. I think Amaretch takes it. Just better stats, better move pool. Yeah. St. Mary's, Simsage versus Alabama Dolphin. Simsage takes the cake here. That grass destroys that ground typing. Clemson Arcanine versus Colgate Delmies. That grass falls short to Arcanine, completely destroys it. Dayton Togekiss, Arizona Berserker. That steel type advantage. Berserker moves on. Next we have Mudsdale versus Inteleon, Longwood, Nebraska. Inteleon wins, water type advantage. Wisconsin, Obstagoon versus Gengar and Duke. Even though Obstagoon has the dark typing, I think Gengar just outspeeds it. It doesn't have a very good special defense, so I think it Oh no, it's a Laloon. Sorry, I keep saying Obstagoon. It's a Laloon. Gengar absolutely, yeah, just destroys that with anything else like Sludge Bomb. Anyways, alright, so now we have Houndoom versus the actual Obstagoon. I think Obstagoon destroys him. Next we have Flaligator at Florida, and sorry, we have who do we have here? We have Magmortar, Western Kentucky, Flaligator, type advantage, water type, fire type, wins that. Then we have the Boilermakers, Mawile versus Argon, Utah State. Argon uses Earthquake, completely destroys Mawile. They move on. Bolton versus Manectric. I really don't know who to pick. The one I think just wins is Manectric because honestly, I have no idea why. Quick Attack maybe. No, they both have Quick Attack. I don't know. They're basically the same Pokemon, so whatever. Anyways, next we have South Carolina Blaziken versus Corviknight. Blaziken absolutely flare blitzes and wins, moves on. And then finally we have Virginia's Aegislash versus Quaquaval. I think once again, Quaquaval gets destroyed by Aegislash. Aegislash moves on. Next, alright, Sweet 16. We have Northwestern's Mascot versus San Diego State Hawlucha. Gets destroyed by Hawlucha with that fighting type close combat. Moves on. Decane Empoleon versus South Dakota State Cinderace. Once again, Empoleon got the type advantage. They move on. Michigan State Amaretto versus am I saying it right? Yeah, it's Amarouge. Amarouge, not Amaretto. Anyways, St. Mary's Simsage. Michigan State destroys that Simsage. Clemson Arcanine, Arizona Berserker. That's not even a question. Arcanine destroys Berserker. Inteleon versus Gengar. I think Gengar takes this, honestly. Inteleon's a little too squishy for Gengar and Gengar. So yeah. Alright, next we have Obstagoon versus Feraligatr. I think Feraligatr takes this. Obstagoon doesn't really have anything other than Thunder Punch, but I don't even think it has enough to take down a Feraligatr, so yes. Feraligatr moves on. And then finally we have Argon versus Manectric. Earthquake destroys it. And then we have the Blaziken versus Aegislash. Blaziken destroys Aegislash. They're moving on. Alright, next. Final Elite 8. Elite 8. San Diego State Hawlucha versus Decane Empoleon. Hawlucha, I think, takes the cake here. Got that fighting type, steel type matchup. That's an easy win. Michigan State Amaretto versus Clemson Arcanine. Arcanine's got the better moveset, extreme speed, easy as cake. Gengar versus Feraligatr, Duke in Florida. I honestly believe that Gengar would just beat Feraligatr just based on movesets. He's got enough speed, special attack goes in, Shadow Ball, stab, that's it. Alright, Argon versus Blaziken. Now, the matchup is kind of even when it comes to types, but Blaziken's got that speed. If Argon had Sturdy, maybe he can win that, but if he doesn't, then Blaziken just simply high jump kicks and it's over. Alright, here we go. Final four. San Diego State versus Clemson. Hawlucha versus Arcanine. Extreme speed will get the Hawlucha, but I think Hawlucha wins this solely because of the moveset it has. A Flare Blitz Arcanine could work here. But yeah, I think it is really, really tough here. I'm not so sure. I'm gonna honestly say, now that I look at it, that Skydrop sure does do a lot, though. However, we could talk about the Arcanine other form. Hawlucha just beats that extremely easily, so I'm gonna give it to Hawlucha. And then finally we have Gengar versus Blaziken. Blaziken absolutely destroys Gengar, in my opinion. And then now we just have our final, Hawlucha versus Blaziken. I would say Blaziken, but no, Hawlucha just takes the cake on Blaziken. He might be down on speed, but yeah, Hawlucha just won the Skydrop and it's over for Blaziken. So yeah, that is my March Madness bracket for 2024. I hope it goes well. And yeah, this is the Pokemon bracket for 2024. Peace out.